Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And as most of you well know, if you read the comments or even leave a comment in these videos that I do, I read each and every one and respond to, well, nearly 50 on average for each video. Yesterday, and for the past few videos prior, I'm getting a lot of questions that are very, very good. So please allow me to quickly address these in a video. And in the future, if you see anyone that has the same question, feel free to help me out. This is just sometimes all that's needed is to point that person in the right direction and off they go. And this is, this first question was really good, actually. It was when I showed the map of where the on-demand liquidity availability is. And yeah, why isn't Japan on this map? Especially when we have Mr. Kitao, the CEO of SBI, and he's also a director on the board of Ripple. Well, many interviews and focus articles, and of course the shareholders meetings, the presentations that he gives, he's always making very positive, supportive comments about XRP. And if you follow him on Twitter, his SNS manager retweets just about everything written on XRP. So I'm going to point to this one video message that he gave at the XRP meetup in Tokyo. This was 3 months ago. And you have to remember, he is representing a public company. And in Japan, it is quite strict that you cannot mislead your shareholders. So he did state in this video message that he was going to use XRP to transfer money from Japan to Vietnam and Thailand. That Vietnam corridor is very interesting. On the 15th of November, this release came out, and it talks about how RippleNet technology is being used in an app that was with this bank, TP Bank in Vietnam, and SBI also took a 19.9% share. And when we just follow that up with a announcement that came out in the middle of December, just shortly after the TP Bank announcement, we can see that SBI Remit, which is the remittance arm of SBI Holdings, hit and exceeded 800 billion yen in remittances. That's about 7 billion US dollars. And the Vietnam corridor was mentioned at great length because it had increased 26% and had become the lowest cost corridor, and it delivered in real time. So do I think it's ODL? Yeah, I do. Why no announcement? Well, that's the million-dollar question. We don't have to look too far to find sometimes announcements are held back or delayed for some reason. And I can only guess, and I don't want to guess, but I do think that it is not random, these announcements. I think they are strategic, and I think they are planned. So I do believe this announcement is going to follow. All right, the other question and comment often that comes up is about price. How high can XRP go? Well, the real answer is nobody knows, but there is a tool that can give you a valuation model, and this tool is based on a model that was developed by Susan at Athey. She is a director also on Ripple's board, and along with Susan, she worked with Robert Mitchnick. He is a Stanford grad from the School of Business, and you can plug in your best estimations: volume, store of value, the duration of time, circulating supply, and the rate discount to calculate that estimation. So, you know, you are just estimating like everybody else is, but you can give yourself a little bit of some insight by playing with different numbers based on your thought of what is the reality for those what's the word I'm looking for these my mind is blank, for these parameters. Okay. All right, now let's go to the next story. This is about MoneyGram. And no, MoneyGram did not ditch Ripple and take Visa for this headline that just keeps circulating. This is really, they didn't use XRP for the fast send application. And I'm going to just cover it really quick here. Fast send is a consumer facing P2P, person to person, pull and then push debit card to debit card operation. You can see here that the originator is the bank or the source of funds. And this is so common, right? You use a Visa debit card and it comes right out of your account. That's a pull. Well, now there is on the other end a push, and this is technology that's been developed by Visa Direct, and they can push that amount back onto another person's Visa debit card. So this is why you're not seeing XRP used, because XRP is actually on-demand liquidity as a back-end treasury function, and it reduces the working capital needs. And just so you know, MoneyGram is also looking at other multiple use cases with the latest version of Ripple's service suite, and that could be, as they cite, and maybe we'll hear about it on the 25th when the annual earnings call comes out. But it is a offering where you can cash out service. It's a cash out service to the network members of MoneyGram. So I don't know too much about it, but I think there's a possibility we're going to learn more about that other use case for XRP soon. So looking at the members network of MoneyGram, did you know that there is also members that use MoneyGram FX Trader sites? These are brokers, Forex brokers, where you can fund your account with MoneyGram and no fees are charged by the broker. I just didn't know if you knew that that was also a component of their business. Okay, now I'm moving to Fiatlink. Yeah, this is a fun site, right? I think everybody enjoys it, but it's not really accurately reflecting the real picture. It works off of APIs that are supplied by the exchange. And I was asked yesterday, how come the volume is so low in Japan? Well, because they only have one API out of the 18 or 19 exchanges that are here, and that is for BitBank Japan. Now, BitBank is a very big exchange when it comes to XRP, but when you only have one API, you're not going to see the real picture. If you want to get a better or wider view of volume, I'm going to suggest that you use the Crypto Compare. Now, I'm on the XRP to BTC volume page, and you can see on the right-hand side that the XRP to BTC volume is, wow, the BKEX exchange, and nobody's even coming close. This is a list, by the way, on Crypto Compare that you can look at just a little over 100 exchange volumes. On the left-hand side, you can see XRP volume by currency. And this, again, the XRP to BTC Tether is dominating. So who is this BKEX with what? $488 million in volume in the last 24 hours. This is an interesting exchange. It's the very first community consensus trading platform that received a big round of funding from LD Capital in Shanghai back in June 2019. The platform is in Chengdu, China, and it is, yeah, it's really quite interesting, especially, I feel, in September, they launched their own $20 million incubator fund for sunshine trading. I think you want to know this term. It is, of course, one of the biggest complaints crypto traders have about trading platforms is the fake volumes and the lack of transparency. BKEX is aiming to provide a more transparent way of trading so data can't be falsified. And in a sunshine trade, some specifics of the trade is revealed in advance so that the market can readily prepare itself for the outcome. And you know, it provides a more stable price rather than causing these giant waves in the marketplace. So this is just, I think, maybe the wave of the future here. Excuse me. Okay. Now, one place you can research crypto exchanges is on Cointelligence, and I like this site a lot. I just learned too when I came on to take a look and see if they had rated the BKEX site. Maddie Greenspan, who was an analyst originally with eToro, if you remember, he has now partnered with them for their education. I think it's great. Maddie, I think your video is great too, and I wish you a lot of luck. I think you have me very curious as to the education that they are bringing to the marketplace. So of the 348 exchanges they think are worth looking at and to rate, you can find that they have completed 102 ratings thus far, and BKEX is on the list, but it is not yet rated. So I think we have to just wait for that. So that's, well, that's really it for today, except that I want you to not miss the article that Ripple's Warren Anderson wrote. It came out today, and it is why Spring was at Ethereum, ETH, Denver. And it's a great article, and it's got a lot of fun pictures. So the reason, in short, is Spring is really default open. They believe that developers should have or should be given the chance as to how they want to solve their problems. And here is the one portion of the article that I think is quite most interesting. We think that XRP to Ethereum and ERC20 tokens bridge is important since XRP is one of the most liquid cryptocurrencies in the world, but doesn't have a compute layer to support complex smart contracts for the growing decentralized finance, the DeFi market on Ethereum. So, you know, for developers who, don't need that smart contract and they want to have different options, yeah, why not? I think the the XRP ledger is one that works for a lot of different use cases out there. So I think it's great. I love this article. All right. Wow. And just one more. This should be required reading for everybody. This is an article that was written back in, March, right? Yeah. But it's the 14 common misunderstandings about Ripple and XRP. And so if you are still one of those people who feel like you don't fully understand the company Ripple or the digital asset XRP, or you have doubts, I'm going to point you to this direction by the article by Thomas, and it's in Forbes. Just remember to search on the 14 common misunderstandings about Ripple and XRP by Forbes, and you'll find it, and it's really a great article. Okay, I'm jumping to the fluff. I'm going to take you to something that's kind of, wow, I love it. This is a digital art installation, and there are 2 permanent locations here in Tokyo, and it's called Team Lab Planets, and they just changed out one of their locations in Toyosu. And of course, you know this as the cherry blossom. It's the unmistakable symbol of Japan. And this new digital art wonderland is the flowers are created through a computer program. And in this room that you see pictured, no 2 moments are the same. And beware that you enter into this space barefoot, and you can immerse yourself in this huge work, and sometimes even wading in water that's knee-high. So the digital installation has floors also that are reflective, so be careful what you wear. This seasonal makeover is only going to last until April 30th. Here you see a picture. of a room where the koi fish move in the water below you. And if you manage to catch one, the projection turns into a blooming flower. So don't be sad if you can't get here by April 30th, because they are constantly changing out these displays, and they are always so beautiful and so great, and probably just get better and better as they progress. I'm going to put a link to their video where you can actually experience it visually here on their YouTube channel. It's really, really good. So, all right, everybody, do put that on your bucket list when you come to Tokyo. Sayonara for now. Take care. Bye-bye.